The most populated country on earth, the world's fastest growing economy, a land undergoing profound change. Al Jazeera presents Faces of China, a series of films from Chinese filmmakers working independently, telling personal stories in their own way. This is an insider's look at China. In this episode, Chinese graduates fresh out of university are keen to secure their first job, but fewer vacancies and more competition means that not everyone can be certain of finding work. Filmmaker Gao Song follows two graduates, gaining an insight into their aspirations and frustrations. Last year, 6 million Chinese students graduated from universities. Many found it difficult to find work. This is the story of two graduates from Sichuan University, the largest in Western China, seeking to find their place in the workforce.
In a sense, I shall be quite happy to be able to meet my own needs. I don't want to think about the future right now. The only thing that matters is that I earn a living. I think that if I am unable to manage now, what can I expect from the future?
I have not been sleeping well for some time now, thinking about the present and the future. I'm a little worried because I have not found a job yet. I do not know what will happen to me after university.
Prior to final exams, universities organize job fairs for their soon-to-be graduates. Local companies are invited to speak about their employment opportunities.
I used to tend to idealize society too much. However, society is cruel. If a recruiter doesn't wish to hire you, he can say it with a smile, but at the end of the day, he still won't hire you. As students, we don't know how to react faced with this situation, especially those students with families in financial difficulty or under great pressure. They must find work. They are forced to accept small salaries of even 100 yuan a month in the hope that something better will arrive around the corner. Students who come from richer families just want higher salaries, at least 800 yuan a month.
活儿你那边拿到好去啊？
哎，刚去，说不清楚。我也说不清楚，现在我才去没得好久。
我都觉得咋会都不谈钱了？我觉得我这东西的，我觉得。
我觉得有些东西也不要谈得太那种。
哎，你肯定要点一下噻。你不说钱，你找个工作正儿八经没得用的。我觉得，我找那个民办还是可以。
是噻，民办钱挣得多些。
他其实工资还是给的高，1000块钱的工资啊，还不算后头还不算福利待遇的那些。
有那个噻，有讲课时费噻。
啊，还有保险啥子都有。
Feng has managed to find temporary work at a local school.
医疗保险啥子都有。我有自信了现在。
I feel better now. I'm not afraid anymore. It always comes down to self-confidence. I'm not afraid, I'm going to do it. How to survive in society and how to deal with society are the two great questions. The level 4 of English certificate is very important. I think I should jump on the opportunity. Tonight, I'll face the students as a teacher. This is a big step for me. I feel the pressure. I'm excited, but nervous as well.
Okay, let's go.
希望同学们 争取在教法的思想里面有更大的进步。下面我们以热烈的掌声欢迎张海涛老师给我们讲课。
各位同学，大家晚上好。首先，我先自我介绍一下，我姓冯。我叫冯海涛，刚才有讲到，可能说错了啊。
A few days later, a friend recommends Li Yuchun to work as an intern at a local newspaper.
尽管说是一次就是说联合的活动，那同样也是对于我们找到是一个自我宣传的机会。李玉纯、李贤那个、雷希、李巧凤，我们现在是暂定，3号早上8点钟。没有很特殊的情况下，我希望在座的人不要跟我请假。还有一个就是说，分配给你的工作，无论是什么样的工作，大也好，小也好，希望大家认真完成。
也是靠你自己啊，赢得了学生们的好评，得到了学校老师的认可，最后通过学校领导研究，正式录用吧。谢谢，就这样好不好？
The students celebrate the last day of university. Their future is uncertain, but tomorrow is another day. After graduating, Li Chun and a fellow graduate temporarily move into a friend's apartment.
这些东西哦，还有，但你赶紧还有，嘎，本来就不远。哦，你下午还有好东西嘛？我下午才跟你一起吧。我才不，我把那些东西放在底下的，把书那些。就我们2个人，因为他那个朋友，外头一直在外头去出差噻。然后反正自己没人住，然后我们可以不来该住嘛。然后这些嘛，随便几别的，我们就自己住嘛。要不然他说他那个房子空气都脏的。
还有好久？
然后还有个新闻连接。
写完了吧？
啊。
写完了我看。请改一改。出什么玩意？哪儿？找一句话，快点。065，写在这不晓得说。
你干脆不要打我名字嘛，你那么小个稿子打那么长串。
要得啷打的？反正稿子说不定发不出来。
Since I started at the Tianfu Morning News, I have worked very hard and learned a lot. If they think of me as capable, I think I would be able to stay. But if strings need to be pulled, then I won't stay. I refuse to flatter people like others do. I shall not stoop to that. Maybe this is typical of literature students, but I simply refuse to do it.
我不愿意吃那样子。
你今天没有发工资？
啊，我们呢，我们还不晓得，我们遥遥无期，不晓得好久会有工资。因为我在这边没有经济收入，但是我们很多。
I have no income, but my expenses are quite high. Sometimes I have to take a taxi for an interview. But because we are only trainees, we cannot ask for reimbursement. The press agency said they would be organizing exams for early July, but plans have changed. I might have had enough money, but now I can no longer make ends meet.
I work here every day and never leave the school grounds. The salary is only 700 to 800 yuan. Right now I can only give. I receive nothing in exchange. Rewards will come much later.
A month after Li moved into the new flat, the owner returns to Chengdu and asks her to move out within 48 hours. Li soon finds a place to stay with other friends.
哎呀，这社会上都是这样子的，哪个管你下一步咋做事？然后我就抱着干，就也没哪个晓得咋子，他们才不得管你咋子。这事都走到这儿了嘛，不要想到以前走的路好远哦。所以正因为走到这儿才是进退两难噻。你说我干啥子嘛？我再这样子耗下去的话，你生活都困难。然后我不耗下去，也觉得自己付出了这么多。 其实我觉得我这个人一天到晚有点儿心高气傲的，就这儿不去那儿不去，结果人家比我懒得要命。你学啥中文嘛，一辈子我下辈子再也不学中文了。你学啥中文又干啥子嘛？人家别个还说你一天多愁善感，我咋子？
我每天在这儿想读大学究竟是不是一个正确选择？我的4年我出去随便做啥子事。 肯定都可以挣好多钱了，现在还欠起那么多钱。
咋我们现在还当着人家别个做苦力的那种，是不是？
我觉得读大学就读得好空哦，那些东西学的那些，真的是用的一个专长。
尊敬的冯老师，因为有事向冯老请假啊。 望冯老师批准。冯大鹏呢？仔细看一下，以后你在我这里请假哈，也比较悬。刚刚我在说话那个标点符号，你就不给我打。下一次我叫你抄字典的标点符号，给我抄100遍。心情很平静。
I feel very calm. For me, work is a process of personal development, but I am sure that I won't remain a teacher forever.
7年一种过程。
等了很久，终于等到了这天。
At last! I have waited so long for this day. Now I hope to possibly obtain a real job. But I'm not nervous. I think I have to be more flexible. If I pass this exam, I shall still have to go through a 3-month trial period with even higher pressure. If I fail the exam this time, then it will mean that my career in media is over.
12号9点钟在8楼考试。
人变得实际了很多。以前总是想着。
I think I have become more realistic. Before, I used to think that if I started looking for a job, I would find one for sure. Now, I think that if I cannot work in the media industry, then there is nothing else I could do. So I have to hang on.
A few days after the selection exam set by the newspaper, Li Chun is hired as a journalist on a trial basis.
大家这次的作文我已经改了，还只有这么多没有改了，写的应该说有一部分同学写得非常的好。那么同样也有记流水账的，哎呀，就是记一天的生活啊。我的心情为啥子早上起来还是好好的啊？到了中午就烦躁了，到了晚上再又变好了，到了晚上睡觉的时候又睡不着觉了。这些流水账，也有这样的同学啊，你们先可以想一下。我也能够胜任教书。
I do not hate teaching, and I can be good at it, as I told you before. But in this school, words like that are too idealistic. There are too many things to do besides teaching. First of all, the students have a small fight. Then they form a gang and organize a general fight. After that, they pull out knives and the police get involved. Once they are free, they start all over again. And again. People even get hurt sometimes.
I get home around 9 p.m., sometimes even after 10 p.m. A lot of seasonal workers live around here. Once, I came upon this group of men who were starting whistling at me, as if they were making fun of me. Another time, a man followed me on his bike and said, "I often see you coming back home very late at night. It's very dangerous for a young girl all alone." I'm afraid, but that leads to nothing as I cannot move yet again. I still don't have enough money for that. Actually, this place is quite far from my office, but the rent is cheap.
我冤枉你，没事，我这边还有可以吃饭的。我办事了，我就没哪儿吃饭了噻，晚上吃什么？找我可以给你做饭噻，那让我。
I woke up at 6 a.m. and I only went to bed well past 2 a.m. I could not sleep because my stomach hurt. I was sick yesterday and still am today.
Yesterday we received our salaries. I thought I would have 800 yuan, but I only got 500. It's my mother's birthday soon, and unfortunately, I shall only be able to send her 100 yuan.
After a stressful day at school, Feng decides to go home to spend some time with his family.
现在讲的是老师讲啥子？讲师德，这些问题你还是。你也是年轻人，学生还是年轻人。对，小侄儿，还多关心下他们就。
During the night, Feng is notified that some of his students have been arrested by the police after a fight.
I left at 10:05 p.m. A student called me to say that other students were having a violent fight and that they had been arrested by the police. These kids. One of them is even wounded. This has been my life since I started working here. When people see me so busy, they must think I make a lot of money. But in actual fact, I don't earn much. Anyway, not what I deserve. I haven't even received the amounts they had promised. Maybe it's normal.
Feng Haitao talked to his students until 4 o'clock that morning. 2 days later, they were once again arrested for fighting. Feng resigned.
It can't be normal for someone to resign at 3 in the morning. I just collected all my stuff and I walked out like a homeless person.
749。
你好多分了上个月？
哦，就是
20多分嘛，
这个月最高，
我23分嘛。
10级里面最高的。
那应该请客噻。
我不按差
基本上刮油人家请客。
是噻，我还交房租嘞，你要喊我请客。多退少步，100块钱都在咋生活嘞？哎，交通费就是50块钱，然后电话费最少要50块钱，就起头100块钱了。哎，是我房租需要先交了噻。辛辛苦苦的，每天晚上11、2点钟才回来，每天晚上一回来我就睡觉了，才挣这么多点钱，交房租就只剩100多块钱了。哎，你们报社那种，就是大家基本生活都不能保障，太痛苦了你。我希望时间可以改变一切。
I hope everything will change in time. If only my salary could be just a little higher.
如果工资高一点的话。
The only thing that keeps me going is the fact that when I have my permanent contract, I shall be able to meet my needs.
希望我能够养活我自己。但是如果我
If I quit, I shall have nothing left. At least now I can hope for a better future.
那我不是就没有什么可以期待的。我现在至少还有。
This job is a really big challenge. I have to work late every day without being able to meet my basic needs.
保证的话，还一天到晚那种跑来跑去的。走了哈。
好，拜拜。你也是，新年快乐！明天买个礼物给我哈，我明天晚上买。
真的呀？哪儿有女的从哪里来的？
今晚12点钟打电话跟我说声。
是啥子？
说明年计划噻，在凌晨最早说计划。明年要把工作干好，其次是找个男朋友。
我明年的计划是昨天找报名机。
对的，名字都是要有人去做的噻，是吧？嘎。
新年好啊！新的一年了，新的一年，祝愿你好好的把该完成的学业好生完成，自己的好好的工作，在外头也找一个好的工作，屋头这个不存在啥子问题，鼓励你好好的努力。
新的一年，新的开始了。
来吧，喝一口嘛。
Shortly after this film was made, Feng found a job as a salesman in a car showroom. Li passed the journalist's exam and secured a permanent contract and a better salary at the newspaper. Feng and Li are the lucky ones. Others continue to search for work. High graduate unemployment remains a concern in China today.